Hi, and welcome to another episode of More to Advertising here on Daily Ad Brief. I'm really excited about my next guest. I've known him for years. He goes by Colorful Carl, but I know him also as Carl Cleanthes. He is the founder and CEO of Epic Made, and I'm excited to have him on because there, in my mind, with creatives, there is maybe kind of my realm of, hey, I can do some things on Canva. Then there's graphic designers that are more technical, and then you get elevated to true artists. And Epic Made is just all they are true artists. They have amazing work. Carl, thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure, Jeff, and thanks for the kind words about our work.
Yeah, absolutely. And it always blows me away anytime I see some of your new stuff. But I encourage anybody that's watching this, go look at his website and see what he has going on. But tell me about, like, how would you describe your style?
So our style is very much what we say a maximalist style. When we sit down with people and they're like, "We really like clean and simple, lots and lots of white space," and it's like that's what we kind of grew up to be the antithesis of. Not that we can't do that when there's a time and place for it, but like that's not what we're shooting for every time. We want things to be rich and colorful and detailed and evocative, and just kind of have that art element built into it in every sort of way, even though it might be a design asset or an advertising asset. Um, so that if that kind of answers your question, I think.
No, it does, absolutely. And I mean, you have a bit of a range, but there's also kind of a unique style that you kind of bring to the table as well, too. A little bit of fantasy, mythology, kind of my space, a little bit of comic, anime. Like it's a blend. It's of something that I haven't quite put my finger on yet, but I really enjoy. And you do animation as well as static art and everything in a bunch of different ways, right? So you're creating for a bunch of
Yep.
different purposes. But when it comes to advertising and branding, what are some of the things that you get into?
Yeah, I mean, so we've actually will sit down with a client and figure out if we're going to be a good fit for them, if they like our ideas and our ways of executing things, and then we'll redo any visual assets for their entire company. Yeah, a lot of times that's a commercial or a motion graphics ad, but we've redone logos, entire brands. I mean, this company's roots with me as the owner and the original artist was I studied graphic design and actually was doing anything for anybody that you could do in Photoshop or Illustrator since like 2008. We have very much niched down, as you kind of mentioned, like what we serve now and what we mostly do in the past 5 years or so. So, but yeah, the range is wide, and we still do quite a bit of branding and all sorts of assets for online promotion.
Awesome. And I know that you are really also into balance, right? You said that you were the original artist, right? But you don't really do the artwork now. I mean, every once in a while you jump in, right? But you've really kind of figured out how to create a creative, profitable shop that has balance across all team members that are there as well too. What's your secret? Or I guess better yet, because it's probably an in-depth answer. What's your one tip to have that balance within an organization?
Yeah, well, it's a couple little prongs, but I mean it's really human centric, right? Like I built everything and create positions in this company that I would like to fulfill, right? So if I hire an artist, like how would I want to be treated as an artist? Well, I'd want to be able to kind of know what my work is, know what the budgets are, know what the expectations are, and then do it however I see fit, right? I don't need someone to hold my hand or breathe down my neck or be sitting at a desk at someone's watching over me. I don't need any of that. I just want to know, hey, what's the goal? Cool, get out of my way and let me get it done. So that's how I treat people. We don't have sick days. We don't have vacation days. Like something cool comes up, you want to go on vacation? Cool, make sure it works. Like let's work with the team. Everybody's equal here. We're all cogs in the same machine, and I think that lends itself to a lot of happiness, a lot of support, a more family type of camaraderie. There's five of us full time, and then five of us that are like we're trying to get them full time. We're just trying to build the work up, but they work with us regularly. So, but it is this really kind of tight knit, uh, human first type of approach. So I think that adds a lot of
Yeah,
balance, a lot of work life balance, a lot of camaraderie.
yeah. I think another company that comes to mind is Basecamp, and because I'm just reading, and I brought it up here. It doesn't have to be crazy at work, and it was recommended by one of my
Yeah.
teammates for me to read. Very similar kind of aspects. Well, man, we have had conversations that have lasted over an hour, but we are already at a
Yeah.
time. I appreciate you coming on here. Anybody watching this, I encourage you to go check out their stuff. And if you need anything to elevate your creative, they're a great asset as well too to really capture that audience. Because a lot of times in my space, we get into the nuances of like how do we target, how do we get in front of the right people, but it's what you say to them that's just as equally as important and capture them and break through that clutter.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, man. And we really help people expand their capabilities in the creative department. So, like, we kind of bolt onto your organization and help you level up whatever you're already doing. So, happy to talk to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate you being on.
Cool. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate you.
Cool. And thank you for watching this episode of More to Advertising here on Daily Ad Brief. We're going to have all Carl and Epic Made's contact information at dailyadbrief.com for you to go be able to check them out and reach out to Carl and his team as well too. But I appreciate you watching this episode, and I'll catch you next time here on More to Advertising.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.